This seller didn't just walk into the shop. He walked all over Corey. By the time the deal was done, Corey had been outnegotiated, outmaneuvered, and ended up making almost nothing at auction when he resold the book, even though Rebecca's appraisal was absolutely perfect. A seller walks in with what he claims is a first American edition of 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea by Jules Verne. He's confident with what he has and he's asking $10,000, even though he tells the camera he only paid a few dollars at a garage sale. Corey's intrigued but unsure, so he does what he always does when a rare book shows up. He calls Rebecca. But this time they go to her store. As a side note, Rebecca doesn't work there anymore, but Bowman Rare Books is a neat store to visit if you are ever near the Venetian Resort in Las Vegas. Most first editions are rare, but this one is even more rare than typical. Why? Because, as Rebecca explains, most copies of this book were destroyed in the Great Boston Fire of 1872. This fire lasted upwards of 20 hours and destroyed over 700 buildings in Boston's downtown financial district. That disaster wiped out an enormous number of copies of this book, leaving only about 50 copies known to still exist. After examining the book closely, she confirms it's a first American edition from 1872, but it has some issues. The spine has been repaired, the jellyfish design on the cover is almost gone, and the gilding is faded. For comparison, here's another copy of this book I found in better condition, where the jellyfish design pops a little more. I also found another one in a different color, again in better condition, that sold right about the same time as this transaction for $13,750. Despite the issues, factoring in the condition and rarity, Rebecca values it at $12,000. Corey would love to have the book, and as typical, starts low at $7,500. The seller doesn't flinch. He sticks to his initial $10,000 asking price. Corey bumps his offer up to $8,500, trying to find middle ground. The seller, still stone-faced. He insists it will sell fast and sticks with $10,000. So far, he has gotten Corey to make 2 offers without budging on his price at all. And Corey starts to get visibly frustrated. He challenges the seller, asking him who's he going to sell it to. The seller admits he doesn't know anyone. Corey points out that's why he's at the pawn shop to sell the book, and Corey just wants to get it done at a price he likes. But the seller isn't done yet. Corey demands a lower number. The seller finally budges and says he'll come down to $9,500. Corey begrudgingly offers $9,000, probably expecting that to close the deal. And honestly, at this point, most sellers would probably tap out and take that offer. But not this guy. He has one last power move. He tells Corey that $9,500 will give him a nice 25% return. Then, with total confidence, he makes his final slick move. He slides the book across the table towards Corey as he says, "It's yours for $9,500. Total boss move. Corey just stares, probably in shock that the guy literally put it right at his fingertips. You can see it on Corey's face. He's beaten. He breaks and pays the $9,500. About a year later, the book goes to auction. It sells for $10,000. Now, this was one of many Pawn Stars items at that auction, so they may not have paid a seller's fee. I'm going to be a little generous and guess Corey made a modest $500 profit here. Better than a loss, but considering how the negotiation went, the seller walked away with the real win. And in case you're thinking to yourself, Rebecca's appraisal was too high, it wasn't. To wrap up her perfect appraisal, the final price actually paid for the item, after the 27% buyer's premium was added to the $10,000 hammer price, was $12,700. That's spot on with Rebecca's $12,000 appraisal. Once again, she absolutely nailed it. Was there ever really a doubt? It's not often a seller plays the Pawn Stars game this well, so props to him. What do you think? Would you have been able to hold out for $9,500? I don't think I would have, especially knowing in the back of my mind I paid almost nothing for it. Anyways, don't forget, if you are enjoying these videos, make sure to like, subscribe, and check out my other videos exploring these Pawn Stars deals. Thanks for watching.